Mega panels here. Ari Melber, Krystal Ball, Toure. Multiple conversations. Let's talk about sort of the cultural implications, sort of with the culture today. There's two trains of thought. One is there's a distinctly diminished level of respect for this particular president, this particular office. The other is the culture in general is disrespectful to everybody all the time, and that this is a progression of that. And the answer is probably in the combination thereof. And I don't know the answer. Well, what do you think?
Not only that, but I mean, this wasn't just an isolated incident of some jerk.
No, it's a culture.
Yeah, well, and not only that, but you see why he did something like that when you go on Twitter and you see all the people lionizing him as some hero.
Right.
You know, so there's all the incentive in the world.
And you're the lead on MSNBC at 4 in the afternoon.
Exactly. I mean, you're going to get talked about. I'm sure his Twitter following went up. I'm sure his hits on his articles went up. Everybody's
good ad sales at the Daily
Caller and Tucker Carlson.
They're making money.
So, you know, there's all the incentive in the world. Joe Wilson, he said you lie. And he said you lie. And then he raised $1 million off of that.
No, I know.
So this is the genius way forward, is to just try to annihilate each other in public in really rude ways.
But surely there's a steep penalty in that he will never be at a White House briefing ever again. So is it worth getting more Twitter followers and having the Daily Caller bump up a little bit? And I wonder how strategic it was if he went to this saying, I'm going to interrupt the president in this way. Some people will say that what I'm about to say is not part of this, and you're crazy for bringing this up. Some people are saying, well, of course it's part of this. But this disrespect of this human being cannot be disconnected from the fact that he's black.
100%.
Explain that. Elaborate
on that a little bit. Basic, lesser humanity generally ascribed to black people, even one this alpha, this much in power, this much in control, and that you would have people like a Joe Wilson, like...
You're saying the willingness for white power to disrespect black power is higher than white power to disrespect white power.
Absolutely. Or just for white people to see a black person in power and say, I don't have to respect you. And even at the point of decorum, when he says, I'm speaking, I have acknowledged you, rude person, but we are doing this thing together, and I'm still talking, and he continues to interrupt. That's when it gets really disrespectful, and it's disruptive to the entire just working on government. I'm giving a speech, or I'm giving a talk, a press conference about something, and you're just going to bogart it.
Thoughts on this, and then I got to talk about my new language.
There's something else that's broken here, too, though, and that is the proportionality. I think Toure makes a very important point, and it's one we've talked about on the show before, about the different ways this president is treated.